Turnovers. Not one, not two, not 10. I don't know how many turnovers. But if you give the Bolts one chance, two chances, 10 chances, they're going to score on some. And they got at least 4 of them tonight from it. So well done, Leafs. We are back to normal. All right, now I know I shouldn't be too angry. Like, the Leafs are still, 8-2. They've been the best team in, for the last month or so. Tampa Bay has been the second best team. So if you lose to them, all right. So let's just we'll do a brief summary of the game before we get right into the goals. This brief summary, it'll just sum up the game. So Leafs start strong. Turnovers pile up. The Bolts capitalize. Leafs come back. Leafs have a few more turnovers. They come back again. They run out of time. They outplayed Tampa Bay, and they lose. And I feel the D must apologize to Jack Campbell. They better have. Okay, so now onto the goals and what happened and my thoughts. So Leafs out shooting the Bolts early. I think at one point it was 9-2. They get a power play in there, and Kasha scores. And it was a good little play. You got Matthews, Nylander, Riley playing, their triangle up top. Tavares is the buffer in the middle. Kasha's down low. He's the net front presence. Get it to the wing, and I think it was Riley at that time, if I remember correctly. It could have been Nylander. Anyway, they throw it down to Kasha. He bumps it to Tavares, but he doesn't get all of it, and it kind of flips up. Zergachev's there to take down Tavares. I believe it was Zergachev. And Kasha pulls it out and roofs it on Vasilevsky. What a goal. And it was an Andre Kasha goal. He just gets in there, gets dirty, works hard, just hunting for that puck, and he's the one who pulls it out. Goal, 1-0 Leafs early, well deserved. And then the Leafs go, that's good enough. And they start making silly plays and/or turnovers. First up, Jake Muzzin. Okay, what does he do? Gets the puck, goes into the neutral zone. Everything's going. Everything's honky-dory. Nylander's up the wing, but, Perry's there. There's not really a pass. But if I dump it in, Nylander should be able to skate onto it because the D are kind of quite, high up there as well on the blue line. Instead, no, I'm going to make this pass. And Corey Perry picks him off. Corey Perry brings it up over the blue line. Justin Hall has poor timing on Perry. Muzzin, instead of taking Belmar driving the net, he goes for someone else. Corey Perry with a beautiful saucer pass. I'm going to give it to him there. Belmar puts it through Campbell's legs, I believe. Okay, 1-1. Reset. Bad turnover. And then again, Leafs are on the penalty kill. Muzzin can clear it. Instead, he does a little flip pass, and Kampf doesn't really know what he's doing. Is he passing it to him? So he jumps up, hits off his glove, drops to Steven Stamkos, who wires a fluttering puck through Campbell. Top corner. Great goal. Great shot by Stamkos. Muzzin just dumped the puck. You had a little bit of time there. You could have just dumped it down. I do want to say before the Stammer goal, Campbell made a heck of a right pad save, and then it was just thrown away, just like Jake Muzzin threw that pass away. But the period continues, and the Leafs press, as they do the entire game, I felt anyway. They get a power play, and who is it? John Tavares gets removed from the draw outside the blue line, at the Tampa Bay blue line. So Matthews goes in against Belmar, and he goes forward with it, puts it through him, goes to the right side. It kind of bobbles up on him, and he sees, I forget who's coming through the middle. Let's just say it's Kerfoot. I'm not actually sure who it was. He fires it through to him. It doesn't make it. It hits a defender, and it goes off the boards, but William Nylander's there. Turns, slap shot, fluttering, just like Stamkos's. Top corner. It might have hit Zergachev in front of the net. I don't care. 6 seconds left. Matthews with a beautiful face-off. Okay. We got this, Leafs. We got this. It's 2-2 going to the third, and we're out playing the Bolts. Second period now. And then in the second period, Leafs turn it over again and again. Muzzin has a few turnovers, but it's Nylander. Nylander gets it outside the blue line. He tries to go across to Muzzin. It is a bit behind him. Muzzin turns. It goes off the boards, and it bounces, and a whiffs it. Goes over his stick, so missed timing there. He's a bit too close to the boards. Do I blame Nylander this, Muzzin on this, Hall and his timing on the 2-on-1? I'm going to blame all three. And basically what happens is Stamkos gets it. He sauces it over to Palat. Palat tries to go back out front. It's a tapping goal for whoever Tampa Bay Lightning player it is there. I can't remember who. Nylander tries to get his stick in the way. It hits off Nylander's stick, goes through Campbell, and it's 3-2 Lightning. Poor play, turnovers again, bad decision by Muzzin, by Nylander, and Hall getting back. I felt his time was poor on the 2-on-1. His decision making to close the gap wasn't the best. Okay, it's okay. Okay, we're still playing them. We can do it. Nope. Leafs again. All three Leafs forward just exit the zone when Riley feeds it to Brody on the left side. Brody bobbles it as well. So I don't know what Zamboni driver did there. The ice resurfacer did there. There must have been a little bit of rivets in the ice there. Who knows? But it bobbles on him. Stamkos is there to pick it off after I can't remember which Lightning player took out Brody. He feeds it to Radish. I don't know, but it's on and off his stick quick. Like he corrals it, but then it's just like a little flick of the wrist. Goes top corner over Jack Campbell's glove. I'm going to say it's a good goal. Leafs forward exit the zone. It's basically Brody's taking out the play. It's basically a 3-on-1 inside the blue line. Good luck, Morgan Riley. Steven Stamkos with the puck. He was just solid tonight, making his case for Team Canada. Damn, 4-2. That's how we go into the third. But the Leafs are still in it, and I think they're still gaining the momentum. So we're here in the third period. The Leafs are pressing because that's what they've been doing this game. And Kasha gets his second goal with about 10 minutes left to make it 4-3. And this goal, I like it because it's him, his energy. He gives it his all always. Great little signing by Andre Kasha. At this juncture, even at the end of the game, Leafs are still out shooting the Bolts. They're out shooting the Bolts by like 10 or so. But Vasilevsky is Vasilevsky, and he shuts the door to close it out. Leafs do pull Campbell. The Bolts do put it in the empty net. Stamkos being unselfish, just racking up the assists. He already scored once, so why not get more assists? Get that all-around offensive player today. Big-time threat. No Kucherov, no point. They said at the beginning of the broadcast, Stamkos needs to keep it going, and he sure did. Goals, assists, forechecking, a penalty in there. He wants to be on Team Canada, and I'm not going to lie, he deserves it. Anyways, Leafs lose 5-3. They can't come back, and, just like versus the Jets. But this game, a bit different because they shouldn't have needed to come back. Brain farts. Poor decisions on passes. Should have probably dumped it in. A little bit of lazy back checking. Slow puck retrieval, especially along the boards. All this happened during those 4 goals by Tampa Bay before the empty netter. And the Lightning took advantage. And you can't do that against a team like the Lightning, even if they don't have Kucherov in point. And those are just, the 4 goals are just 4 of the plays that cost them tonight. It could have been much more. Basically, every time Hall and Muzzin were on the ice, there seemed to be a giveaway, at least one, or they couldn't get it out, or they have time and they take an extra second to think, and then next thing you know, a Lightning's player was all over him, and it just gave the Lightning, a chance to score, or they hemmed the Leafs in their own zone. Sure, Jake Muzzin, good for you. You got that shot off, and Kasha dug it out to score that goal with 3 Lightning, thinking Vasilevsky had it, and himself included. But that can't make up for the terrible play throughout the game. And to be honest with you, it hasn't been that good this season. I know, I have him on fantasy. And you injured Mitch Marner, Jake. You don't have him for a few weeks, and then you play like that. Sort it out. The offense wasn't an issue, though. So even without Mitch Marner, it doesn't matter. Offense wasn't an issue. 3 goals and having Jack Campbell in the net should win you the game, even against Tampa Bay. And no one cares if there was no Point or Kucherov. Leafs are missing tons of key pieces, too. The issue I have tonight, and the last 3 or so games, there's a few of them in that big win streak as well, but especially these last 3 games, are the poor decisions and just overlooking the easy stuff. It's like when a kid, doesn't read a question on a test, and they just kind of skim over it, and they're like, okay, yeah, I think I know what it's asking. And they write it down, and obviously they get it wrong. The Leafs just need to keep it simple, like the test. Read the key words, boom, go from there. I need to do this, this, and this. Got it, that's what it's asking. Keep it simple, Leafs. What I mean by keep it simple is like keep it simple in your own ends. It was working before. It will work again. It won't work this, these little gaps, not in knowledge, just in these brain farts, I'm going to call it. It won't work against teams that can press and turn a small little mistake into a scoring chance at like the flip of a switch. That wasn't a switch, that was a snap. But you know what I mean. One puck bounce, one misstep, and what should have been an easy out or an easy entry is a goal against you. Or you're stuck in your own zone for 2 minutes, and it just wastes the clock. And that happened tonight against Tampa Bay. So what do I get from this? The honeymoon is over. The Leafs have returned to normalcy. I want the honeymoon Leafs. So let's go. Blackhawks are next. And Leafs play back the Blackhawks. It's an open game, right? You think of lots of goals, lots of chances. I don't want that this game. Yes, it's entertaining. Tons of goals. I don't want that. This game against Chicago is the perfect opportunity for the Leafs to reel it in, get back to what Keith called, a few games ago, playoff hockey. That's it. That's it for me there. I think another rant over. Let me know what you thought of the game down below. And if you agree with me, is it time for Muzzin and Hall to, drop some minutes, even more than they already have? Drop some assignments because it's just not working. I'd say, give them both some time in the press box, but the Leafs can't afford that right now with their injuries piling up. Honestly, from watching it, give me Liljegren and Rubens time over them. 100%. Give them time over them. Muzzin Hall, put them as 5th and 6th. Sandy and Dermott, they won't be back. I guess their injuries aren't not going to be out long term. So Leafs do have options, but I think Muzzin and Hall, there's something going on there and they need to sort it out. But good news. The Leafs are still a good team. They're first in the Atlantic. They lost to a Tampa Bay Lightning team who were as hot or now hotter than they were the last month and a bit. And the Leafs are only a shoddy 18-8-2. That's a great record to have. So, I'm not going to cry. Not going to put a sad face on. This game's over. They lose to Chicago and play terrible. Maybe I'll get a little bit more upset. Even though that sounded pretty bad earlier. But they're 18-8-2. So, go Leafs go.